हेलो एवरीवन। फिजिक्स का थियरी समझने में जो डिफिकल्टी होता है उसे दूर करेंगे, न्यूमेरिकल्स कैसे इजीली सॉल्व करेंगे उसे बताएंगे। लास्ट लेक्चर में हम लोग सीखे थे व्हेन एसी वोल्टेज सप्लाइड टू ए इंडक्टर ओनली, द रिलेशन बिटवीन वोल्टेज एंड करंट, बिहेवियर ऑफ इंडक्टर ऑन डीसी, बिहेवियर ऑफ इंडक्टर ऑन एसी, हाउ टू ड्रॉ एक्सेल वर्सेस एफ कर्व, हाउ टू फाइंड डायमेंशनल फॉर्मूला ऑफ एक्सेल। आज का लेक्चर में हम लोग सीखेंगे when AC voltage applied to a capacitor only, the relation between voltage and current, the phasor diagram, behavior of capacitor on DC, behavior of capacitor on AC, how to draw XC versus F curve, how to find dimensional formula of XC. So, alternating voltage applied to a capacitor. This is the ideal capacitor and this is AC supply voltage. So, alternating voltage applied to a capacitor. An AC voltage is applied to an ideal capacitor as shown in the figure. This is the ideal capacitor and this is AC supply voltage. Ideal capacitor means a capacitor which has no resistance and it is a theoretical concept. Practically, it has some resistance. The AC voltage applied is V is equal to Vm sin omega t, where Vm is equal to peak voltage, V is equal to instantaneous voltage, omega t is the angle. Now, it is a closed circuit, so current will flow in the circuit. The AC voltage source is active source, so it sends charge to the capacitor. The capacitor is a passive element, so it stores charge between the two plates. Now, let Q is equal to charge stored in the capacitor at any instant of time t. C is equal to capacitance of the capacitor. Vc is equal to potential difference between the two plates of the capacitor. Therefore, the potential difference between the two plates equal to Q by C. That is, Q is equal to C Vc. ठीक है? So, at any instant of time, the potential developed in the capacitor is equal to the applied AC voltage to it. ठीक है? Therefore, Vc is equal to V. Since charge stored in a capacitor is equal to C times the potential difference between the plates of the capacitor, but the potential difference is equal to supply voltage. Therefore, Q is equal to CV. We know that V is equal to Vm sin omega t. Therefore, in place of V, we will put Vm sin omega t. Then, it will become Q is equal to C Vm sin omega t. The time rate of flow of charge is called current. So, AC current is equal to I equal to dq by dt. We know Q is equal to C Vm sin omega t. ठीक है? So, d by dt of C Vm sin omega t. C and Vm are constant, so we will take outside and we take derivative of sin omega t. So, derivative of sin omega t is cos omega t and derivative of omega t is omega. So, multiply with omega because it is derivative. Therefore, we will get current I is equal to C Vm cos omega t into omega, that is omega C Vm cos omega t. Now, we get the current in terms of cos omega t. Now, we got a current, that is instantaneous current in terms of cos omega t, but we have the supply voltage in terms of sin omega t, that is V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So, we cannot compare voltage and current. ठीक है? So, we have to write the current in terms of sin omega t. We know sin of pi by t plus omega t is equal to cos omega t. Therefore, in place of cos omega t, we will put sin of pi by 2 plus omega t. ठीक है? Therefore, the equation becomes I is equal to omega c Vm sin pi by 2 plus omega t. We know a plus b is equal to b plus a. So, now we'll write pi by 2 plus omega 2 as omega t plus pi by 2. So, I is equal to omega c Vm sin omega t plus pi by 2. This is the AC current developed in the circuit. This current becomes maximum when sin of omega t plus pi by 2 will be maximum. The sin value is maximum. The maximum value of the sin function is 1. So, when sin of omega t plus pi by 2 is equal to 1, at that time this current becomes maximum. That is, I is equal to I maximum. So, I maximum is equal to omega c Vm into 1. That is, Im is equal to omega c Vm. Putting this value of Im, that is putting in place of omega c Vm is equal to Im, we will get the equation. This equation I is equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. ठीक है? ओके, नाउ हम लोग टाइम डायग्राम ड्रॉ करेंगे. सो हम सबको पता है एसी सप्लाई वोल्टेज इज V is equal to Vm sin omega t. AC current developed in the circuit is I is equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. So different value of omega t. Now we will calculate V and I. That is instantaneous voltage and instantaneous current. So when omega t is equal to 0, V is equal to Vm sin omega t. In place of omega t, we will put 0. Sin of 0 is 0. So Vm into 0 is 0. Now I is equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. Omega t is 0. So 0 plus pi by 2 is pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1. So Im into 1 is equal to Im. Now put omega t is equal to pi by 2. So V is equal to Vm sin pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1. So Vm into 1 is Vm. ठीक है? I is equal to Im sin pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is pi. Sin pi is 0. So Im into 0 is equal to 0. Now put omega t is equal to pi. So V is equal to Vm sin pi. Sin pi is 0. So Vm into 0 is 0. I is equal to Im sin pi plus pi by 2. So pi plus pi by 2 is 3 pi by 2. Sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So Im into minus 1 is minus Im. ठीक है? Now put omega t is equal to 3 pi by 2. So V is equal to Vm sin omega t. In place of omega t, we will put 3 pi by 2. So sin of 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So Vm into minus 1 is minus Vm. I is equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. So in place of omega t, we will put 3 pi by 2. So 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 2, that is 4 pi by 2, that is 2 pi. Sin 2 pi is 0. So Im into 0 is 0. Now put omega t is equal to 2 pi. So V is equal to Vm sin 2 pi. Sin 2 pi is 0. So Vm into 0 is 0. Now I is equal to Im sin 2 pi plus pi by 2. 2 pi plus pi by 2 is 5 pi by 2. Sin 5 pi by 2 is 1. So Im into 1 is Im. Now we will draw voltage waveform and current waveform. ठीक है? So taking along x-axis omega t and instantaneous voltage along y-axis. So this is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. So along x-axis instantaneous, along x-axis omega t and along y-axis v. We are taking. For different value of omega t, that is at omega t is equal to 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. The different value of V is mentioned and this waveform is drawn. So this is the voltage waveform, that is V is equal to Vm sin omega t. The voltage is maximum at omega t is equal to pi by 2, that is positive maximum, that is plus Vm. And this voltage, here the voltage is also maximum at omega t is equal to 3 pi by 2, that is negative maximum, and that value is minus Vm. Now current waveform is drawn. Here also omega t is taken along x-axis. This is the x-axis. This is y-axis. So for taking different value of omega t, that is 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi and 5 pi by 2, we have drawn this current waveform. So this current waveform is I is equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. So the current becomes maximum at omega t is equal to 0, that is positive maximum plus Im, and again omega t is equal to 2 pi, it is positive maximum, that is plus Im. At omega t is equal to pi, it becomes maximum, that is negative maximum minus Im. Now we'll draw both the waveform in one place. So taking different value of omega t, that is 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi along x-axis, and instantaneous voltage and current along y-axis, we have drawn this waveform. So this is the AC voltage waveform and this is AC current waveform. So this is the peak value of the voltage, that is positive maximum plus Vm. This is the peak value of the voltage, that is negative maximum, that is minus Vm. Similarly, this is the peak value of the current, that is positive maximum plus Im. This is also positive maximum current, that is plus Im. This is the peak value of the current, negative maximum, that is minus Im. ठीक है? So comparing these two waveform, that is AC voltage waveform, this is AC voltage waveform and this is AC current waveform, we see that omega t at omega t is equal to 0, this voltage is 0, but at omega t is equal to 0, current is maximum, that is positive maximum. If we take the meeting point of x-axis and y-axis as the reference point, then at the reference point voltage is 0, but current is maximum. If we extend this graph, this current waveform in this direction, then we find that means current is leading the voltage. ठीक है? Okay. Since Vm greater than Vm by 1 by omega c, but Vm by 1 by omega c is Im, so Vm greater than Im. Therefore, the peak value of the voltage, that is see here, for positive half cycle, this is the peak value of the voltage, this is greater than the peak value of the current. ठीक है? Okay. So current leads the voltage by pi by 2 or 90 degree. ठीक है? अभी फेजर डायग्राम कैसे करते हैं उसको देखेंगे. सो फेजर डायग्राम हम सबको पता है, ऐसी अप्लाइड वोल्टेज V is equal to Vm sin omega t and AC current I is equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. Here angle is omega t. Here angle is omega t plus pi by 2. So angle difference is bigger value minus smaller value. That is, bigger value is omega t plus pi by 2 and smaller value is omega t. So omega t plus pi by 2 minus omega t is equal to pi by 2. ठीक है? Therefore, angle difference is pi by 2. Hence, phase difference is pi by 2. ठीक है? So, taking voltage along x-axis, we'll draw the phasor diagram. Since current is leading the voltage by pi by 2, so this is the voltage vector. So, current is leading means in this direction. That is, this angle is 90 degree. So, here current is leading the voltage. So, comparing AC voltage and AC current, current leads the voltage by angle pi by 2. ठीक है? अभी पढ़ेंगे कैपेसिटिव रिएक्टेंस. Since Im is equal to omega c Vm, that is, Im is equal to Vm by 1 by omega c. हम लोग इसको इन द फॉर्म ऑफ Vm by R में लिखेंगे to compare with the Ohm's law. So, it becomes Im is equal to Vm by 1 by omega c. Comparing this with the Ohm's law equation, current, that is, current is equal to voltage by resistance, we get 1 by omega c as the effective resistance offered by the capacitance of the capacitor. ठीक है? Therefore, this effective resistance offered by the capacitance of capacitor is called capacitive reactance, and it is denoted by Xc. So, Xc is equal to 1 by omega c, that is 1 by 2 pi Fc, because omega is equal to 2 pi F. ठीक है? Okay. From this relation, we see that both F and C are inversely proportional to Xc. So, capacitive reactance is inversely proportional to the frequency of AC supply and capacitance. अभी देखेंगे behavior of capacitor in case of DC. For DC, supply frequency is 0. So, Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc. In place of F, we will put 0. Then 1 by 0 is infinitive. That means DC cannot pass through a capacitor. ठीक है? DC cannot pass through a capacitor. अभी देखेंगे behavior of capacitor in case of AC. For AC, supply frequency F is some finite value. Like in India, F is equal to 50 Hz. Therefore, Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc. So, 2 pi into finite value into C, this is some finite value. So, 1 by some finite value is equal to smaller value. ठीक है? That means we get Xc as a smaller value. Therefore, the capacitor offers small opposition to the flow of AC. So, AC can easily pass through capacitor. ठीक है? अभी हम लोग SI यूनिट ऑफ Xc कैसे निकालते हैं उसको सीखेंगे. ठीक है? We know Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc. We know F is equal to 1 by T. C is equal to Q by V. And Q is also written as IT. Therefore, C is equal to IT by V. The unit of F is 1 by second because time period is measured in second. So, 1 by F will be second. Unit of C is, see here in this relation, ampere into second by volt. Time is measured in second. Potential is measured in volt. So ampere second by volt. So unit of C is ampere second by volt. That means unit of 1 by C is volt by ampere second. So SI unit of XC is equal to unit of 1 by F into unit of 1 by C. ठीक है? So putting, we'll get here unit of 1 by F is second into unit of 1 by C is volt by ampere second. Second cancel out. So volt by ampere is ohm. Therefore, SI unit of XC is ohm. ठीक है? अभी सीखेंगे हाउ टू ड्रॉ XC वर्सेस F कर्व. हम सबको पता है XC इज इक्वल टू 1 by 2 pi FC. Therefore, XC is proportional to 1 by F provided C is some fixed value for a given capacitor. Now, taking F, that is frequency of AC supply along x-axis, and XC, that is capacitive reactance along y-axis, if we draw the graph, then we get this graph. ठीक है? ओके. अभी हम लोग सीखेंगे डायमेंशनल फॉर्मूला कैसे निकालते हैं. ठीक है? सिंस XC इज इक्वल टू 1 by 2 pi FC, हम सबको पता है F इज इक्वल टू 1 by T, that is we can write as 1 by F is equal to T. So dimension of F is 1 by T because relation is F is equal to 1 by T. So dimension of F is 1 by T. Again, we know that V is equal to Q by C. From this relation, we get C is equal to Q by V. Again, Q is equal to IT. And V is the potential. So potential is equal to work by charge. So after simplification here, C is equal to IT into IT because Q is IT and work is equal to force into displacement. Therefore, the dimension of C is, dimension of current is A, dimension of time is T, dimension of force is MLT inverse 2, dimension of displacement is L. So putting these dimension, we'll get dimension of C is equal to, in place of IT we'll write AT, in place of this IT we write AT, in place of F we'll write MLT inverse 2, in place of displacement we write L. So after simplification this we'll get a square T square. After simplification this we'll get ML2 T inverse 2. ठीक है? So dimension of XC is equal to 1 by dimension of F into dimension of C. Therefore, 1 by the dimension of F is 1 by T into dimension of C is a square T square by ML square T to the power minus 2. After simplification this we'll get T into ML to the power 2 T to the power minus 2 divided by a square T square. So simplifying this we'll get ML square T minus 1 divided by a square T square, that is we'll get ML to the power 2 T to the power minus 3 A to the power minus 2, that is the dimension of XC is M to the power 1 L to the power 2 T to the power minus 3 A to the power minus 2. ठीक है? There is a note. So note 1 is the dimension of R equal to dimension of L equal to dimension of C, that is ML to the power 2 T to the power minus 3 A to the power minus 2. ठीक है? Okay. The unit of R equal to unit of XL equal to unit of XC, that is ohm. ठीक है? Where R is the resistance, XL is the inductive reactance and XC is the capacitive reactance। ठीक है।